Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm back for another I Saw It in Somerset Studio Magazine. This is their newest one, November, December, January 2026. And it's volume 29, issue 4. And what we're going to work on today is these, because I'm sure if you guys have this magazine, you probably knew I would do one of these. They're just so cute. It's a cardboard house. And then I love finding uses for these because I have a whole bunch of them. I forget to use them. They're the Tim Holtz photo booth. And I absolutely love them. And I just forget to use them. So I love anything where I get to use one of those. And it's so funny because it's like you could just cut a body out of a magazine, which is what it looks like she probably did for this one. I don't have magazines, but you could use online images, or if you have paper dolls, like I have paper dolls in my Etsy shop, or Itkapili Imaginarium. She's got all kinds. I mean, on Etsy you can find a million people that have paper dolls that you could use the body of for that part. And then of course the picture, a little saying, and this is just all sort of painted. It almost looks like brick. I don't know, it's just super cute. I love it. And so I didn't have any doors or anything already, so I made one page, and this is the freebie. I cut one off because I'm going to use one. But anyway, it's just super simple, but it's a freebie of doors and a window so that you'll have something if you choose to make one. So I'll tell you the size of mine because that's all I can go by. I don't know what the size of hers are. And you can make them any size you want. You just have to find the, the parts. So with all the way to the tip of the roof, if I can do this here, it's 10 inches and it is 5.5 wide. So 10 by 5.5. And of course these, like this could be a fun journal cover. So you're going to want to think about that. If you're going to turn it into a journal, I think I would probably make my journal this size. I don't know that I would want to cut all of my pages with the house peak, but if you wanted to, you could make it, make your pages about that size, have that as the cover, and then do another one for the back. Then you're going to need to cover both sides of them. Other than that, they might be fun if you did some Christmas ones or whatever. You could set them up places. You could even kind of do a gingerbread look to them and, put a Santa, whatever, just have fun with it. It's just something fun to make. Things don't always have to have a purpose. And I know I've said that before, but I do get that question a lot. Like, what is it for? It doesn't have to be for anything. It's just fun. Like you're just doing something because it brings you joy and, you like it. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox, but, yeah, so that's that. And this one is by Patty Mary. And it's on page 30. So there are lots of cute ones, not just that one. Some of them you can see she did. So if you don't like the photo thing, like you don't want to use a photo booth photo, or you just don't like photos, but you like illustrated looks, you could definitely go with more of the illustrated look and just do a funny little, this one's really cute, doll. Doesn't have to be a theme at all. Cute saying, some kind of fun background. But it looks like she's done a whole stack of them, which would be another option for a different type of journal that you could even make it like an accordion book and have it set on a shelf. So, I mean, there's lots of things that you could do with something like this. So, anyhow, we're going to go for kind of this look because I like that one. And we'll just see where we get to. So the first thing I'm going to do is some stuff with some gesso in that because I'll have to take a little pause and let it dry. So how are you guys? I hope you're good. I hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. I haven't done that yet. It is, I don't know, Tuesday? I'm just trying to get my video done because I know Thursday I am not going to have time. So And I wanted to make sure I had one at least for Friday, if not other days. So that is kind of where I was going. So I really liked her brick look. So I'm going to do the same thing. And I just have a, I don't even know. This one, it's from the craft store. It's, you know how you can get those bags of all different size paintbrushes? It's from one of those, so it doesn't have the size on it and all that. They're just crafting paintbrushes. And you can just do some lines, and you can like come up here and do another one. You don't have to like cover the entire thing with brick. I feel like just sort of, you're giving the illusion of it, right? So you can kind of just do them here and there, wherever you choose. The staggered look is good to give you that look, because, you know, when you see bricks, they are staggered. Or any kind of a brick or a tile or a whatever. So what's happening with you guys? Like I said, I hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. I don't have really any stories because we've just been, you know, hanging out here and getting things done. I do have some new die cuts in the shop, and I'll show you kind of, they're snowmen. So if you're looking for snowmen at all, because we're moving into that winter thing, but of course they can be used for Christmas obviously as well. I'm gonna have the door there, but we might see some off to the side kind of. Yeah, cute little snowman die cuts for my Etsy shop, and they come with a few snowflakes, the words "Let It Snow," and it's 65 plus pieces in that kit. They're just little snowmen that I drew, and yeah, so kind of like, you know, the other snowflakes and the picks, the winter picks. I don't know why I struggle with that so much with those. I can never remember what they're called. You know, those things, they're plants, or part of a plant. I can never remember what they're called for some reason. So I hope you got your gobble gobble wobble on, and you're surviving Black Friday. I don't participate in that. I can barely people as it is. The Black Friday, not my kind of day. But I know people super enjoy it, and they plan it, and they do. So I hope if you do that you had fun or are having fun. Assuming if you're watching, you're either done or you don't participate, or you're watching me on a completely different day. I need to say hugs and blessings to June, Megan, Nancy, Tamara, and Pat. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for always kind comments. I really appreciate all of you, and welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you that have watched me for a long time or short time. I couldn't do what I do without you guys, so I really, really appreciate you. Well, I just kind of blew that, but that's okay. Okay, so we're going to add a few other things on there as well. And I'll probably ink and do whatever I do. It's so funny because I put away all these scraps, and then I get all these scraps back out, and then I put them all away. It's never ending, I'm telling you. So yeah, I love this idea of these. It's just fun. Fun for fun's sake. You gotta love that. Oopsie. Just gonna put some of this on. Everybody's leaf blowing in the neighborhood right now. It's, wow, the leaves this year. I mean, they were incredible, beautiful. But boy, are they everywhere. My husband was just saying he's going to go out and do some in the backyard. Most of ours have fallen off of our trees, but... Oh, you know what's going to be there? I wanted to put... Found this from Tim Holtz. I need a dauber. Did I use all my daubers on something else? Yes. Oh, no, there it is. Yeah, so most of our leaves have blown off, but there's a few stragglers. But the common area is that there's a company that comes and, you know, deals with all that. They have been busy for days. I kind of want that smaller because of my treble clef. I don't know why, I just love those. But yeah, just constantly blowing and raking them up, and it's a big job. It's mainly down the main road that goes through the middle of our neighborhood. That's all managed by, you know, the homeowners association, and then they have a company that comes and deals with all of that. And it just takes forever because it's pretty big road, but there's trees lining all the way along it, so it's a big mess is what it is. I mean, it's beautiful and the trees are all there. And then I'm going to take and put, maybe make it look like there's snow on there across here. I'm doing a wintry one. But as I stated, you can choose your style. You do you. Kind of go along the edge here too. It's a little fuzzy right there, probably from the dauber. And we need some, oh, I was going to put, you know what I'm going to do before I do that? I want to put some paper along there. I don't have a washi tape that would look good, so I'm just using a strip of paper. So feel free to do likewise. I think I'll use liquid glue for this. I'll just trim it wherever it hangs over. Yeah, she used washi. But I want to kind of go around the edge of it with the white, so I don't want to do that yet. There's the corner. I have no idea what I'll do with mine or if any of them will get used, but it just looked like fun, so I wanted to make one. So I'm gonna... I do like the idea of making a whole stack of them, though. That's kind of cool. I want to cut this a little more even with the roof there. To ink that. That's okay, it'll give it a little darkness there, and we're going to put the snow on the other side. Okay. All right. Getting paint everywhere, or gesso, paint, whatever. Use whatever you have. It's not a big, there's not a particular reason to use gesso on these. Just what I had. So it's what I'm using. Needs to go at kind of more like an angle. Work. Yeah, these would be cute. I like gingerbread house style too, with funny little characters. I do have that one, or actually a couple, Christmas paper dolls in the shop. That would be funny because they're like, there's funny Santas and stuff like that. And you could make little funny little ones if you want to do Christmassy ones. I didn't get that very even, did I? Oh, well, it's gonna stay there. I could maybe lift this up and cut it a little more since I did such a poor job. And I'm gonna have to ink it again. It's a little bit better because it wasn't gonna come off all the way. That glue stuck fast. Real fast. Yeah, I'm always looking for ideas for those photo booths. And like I said, I also just totally forget about them. So I saw this and was like, oh my gosh, I need to do that. It's too cute. But you could also make them without any what's the word? Oh, like paper doll or anything on it. So I'm using this door. I'll add more snow, I promise. I'm all over the place. Apologize for that. Sometimes you don't know what order will work best, right? That's kind of what the problem is. I'm using the liquid glue on a lot of this because I just think it'll work better. It might not. It might be better to use the other one. Who knows? Guess we'll find out. Our door right there. And I'll put more snow as well, but I just want to get these on. I need to be real careful on the door because it's so blue that it will, you know, make a mess of the paint because it'll end up looking very blue. As we know, if we mess with paint and digitals at all. But I do kind of want to make it make sense, sort of, as much as it possibly can anyway. It's just it colors the gesso, so it's not always great. This is scrapbook paper, so it's fine. Need some more gesso. Pretty day today. It was really cold when I woke up this morning. When I walked, it was 22 degrees. So it is getting to be that time. That's for sure. But at least the sun was shining, so that was nice. Very nice. Okay, and then I'll go all the way. And you could paint the whole thing first and do all that. Whatever works for you. Just gonna put snow. Or icy or something, right? Okay, I think I'm going to put a piece of this up higher since I caught myself. Because I liked the way she just had some random little bits here and there. For no real reason, right? Get a little water on my gesso. I don't know if I can do anything even remotely like an icicle, but put a lot of vintage photos, so although those really look like icicles. Need a thinner brush is probably what the problem is. I don't know if I have one. Could do it with the those pens. Gel pens I have from Pandafly. I have too much water. Oh my goodness, I apologize. Just want some snowy, icy looking things here. How hard is it? Apparently very. We used to get those big, long icicles that would go almost all the way to the ground. When I was growing up in Virginia City, because it'd be so cold. We don't get a ton of, I mean, sometimes we get icicles here, but it's not a every winter thing. We always thought it was fun to knock them down when we were kids, and it's so dangerous. But you don't, when you're a kid, you don't think about all that. We did a lot of things that were probably not a good idea. Because we had more time to ourselves, I feel like. I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of making a hot mess, but you know, whatever. It's relaxing. Okay. So then I'm gonna take our, oh, we need the window up there. That's what we needed. I was like, something's missing up there. Not that you have to have a window, but. And I did do, there's one with no snow, but the other ones have snow, so. I did do them kind of wintry just because I figured that's probably what a lot of people would feel like doing. Not that you have to do, it doesn't have to be Christmas, just winter. And then we'll put a little more snow. I won't torture us with any more snow or icicles. Okay. Then Our Lady. So I cut this out of a collage soup, a little bit of this and that. And this is one of her smaller books. So you can check out collagesoup.com if you want to see what else she has. But I'm not going to use the head. I'm going to put the Tim Holtz photo booth at the top there. So I'm going to glue this one down with, what do you call it? Glue stick, because this is kind of a paper weight of, or like a copy paper weight. My goodness, sorry. Husband opened the garage door and it startled me, and then my brain stopped working. Even though I know he's going to go do leaves, and I still, you know, me brain. So it doesn't matter that I got snow on her head. And we're going to ink around this. I didn't leave all the white border around this because I had cut it a little close whenever I cut the last picture off. So I'm just going with what's there, basically. You could cut them as much as you want, but I kind of like the look of them as a photo because I think that's fun. So the big thing is kind of trying to figure out sort of what looks most normal. If it can look normal at all. I think it's cute though. Okay. I like it. I like it. And then I had a little saying that says, snow always reminded her of Christmas. Since I do have a wreath on the door, you know, figured I might as well. They could just be winter wreaths, but That's just, you know, one of the Tim Holtz doodads there. Then I'm going to get it dry, and then I'm going to come back and just do a little bit of, what do you call it? A little doodly stuff. So I'm going to pause, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and it's mostly dry. I meant to say, too, that this, I know it looks very confusing, but all of these were like, if you're standing outside, like the light is shining, this is the reflection, because these were the outside of the building. So it does look like that's what's inside the house. It's supposed to be like the reflection. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out so that you don't think I'm crazy and just did some weird thing. Which, you know, that wouldn't be totally surprising, but I'm going to just kind of do some doodly sort of marks around these. And you don't have to do that at all. You can just leave them how they are. I just like that look. And this is just a cheap fountain pen. I think I got it on Amazon. You can find them there. This one has not permanent ink. So like if I get it wet, it's going to act kind of like the Stabilo All pencils. So that is the way that is. It's one of those kind of things. What kind of do? Oops, this wasn't all the way dry. Right here where I put my finger, of course. Okay, then I thought, I just have lots of thoughts. I would put a snowflake or two just because I think that will, you know, the whole snow thing. So these are some of the snowflakes that come with the snowmen, and you'll get trees, shorter trees, snowmen, different snowmen, different still snowman. I think there's 5 styles of, nope, that's the same one. 4 styles of snowman? I thought there were 5. There's 5. If I can find the other one. This guy. And then there's a couple of different trees. There's some trees that have long trunks, and a couple that have short trunks. And then there's little snowflakes. Not big snowflakes. They're pretty small. I think that's like one of the biggest sizes there is in that set of snowflakes. If you want bigger snowflakes, they're with my oh, and then there's Let It Snow, which I don't have all of it out, but anyway, there's an N. So you could make a card if you wanted to. That's kind of what I was thinking with that. A Let It Snow card, and there'll be 3 of the Let It Snows in the kit. Or set, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to put one snowflake right next to her. If that's anything you're interested in. I love snowmen. Adieu, adieu. I had... They're not this little. This was one of the original cuts I did. And they're all right about like 4.5 inches. There's some that are a tiny bit taller than that. But that's sort of the size. I'm just looking for a small snowflake. That one. Okay, that is what I have for today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and get all your shopping done so that you can just relax from now until Christmas. Well, except for the wrapping part, of course. And then I will show you real quick again, just to refresh. Here's the one that Patty did. Patty Mary. And this is the one that I did. So yeah, you do yours in your style and just have fun with it. They're just fun. It's just a fun thing. But you could definitely make that a cover for a journal. I think it would be very cute. Or even put it on a cover. It's just kind of big for that. But if you had a taller journal that you were doing or something and it fit, or of course you can make it the correct size and that works as well. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day and we will chat again soon. Love you guys. Bye.